Hi, my beautiful Capricorns. We are doing your tarot and oracle reading. This reading is going to be good for all Capricorn placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're just going to dive right into it. We're going to start with your spiritual and general messages, and then we will get into love towards the end. So again, this reading is going to be for all Capricorn placements, and it is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this reading is when the reading is good for you. So Capricorn, I was getting a few messages in the pre-shuffle when I was kind of clearing all the energy and channeling some information for you. And oddly enough, I felt called to pull out this oracle deck, which I haven't used in a very long time. And it's my chakra oracle deck. And I just asked for some general energies. And the gossip card came out, which is a heart chakra card. At the bottom of the deck, we did have rejection. So now, gossip can come in many different forms, shapes, and colors, but it is directly related to the heart chakra. So I don't know if this is on your behalf. For some of you, I'm really picking up as this being an outside energy that's affecting you in some way and making you feel like unloved, or, you know, it's affecting your heart chakra, even if it's at a very subtle level. So just take it how it resonates. It might not be for all of you Capricorns, but I was also getting something about timing and how Capricorn energy is very much time oriented. You guys are ruled by Saturn, right? But there's something about not worrying. And there was a message that needed to be relayed about you kind of relaxing into knowingness that you are exactly where you are meant to be at this point in linear time. So we're going to start off with the Keepers of Light Oracle. And this is going to be energy that is supporting you and that you can embody. So we got two, actually. We got Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Again, that knowingness energy. And then faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So I do feel like there's something here. It could be tied to this gossip energy. This could just be people around you. It doesn't even have to necessarily be directed at you. It could quite possibly be you. You know, just be careful if you are somebody that tends to talk about other people as a way of like bonding with people. I actually made a whole post about this, which I don't think I actually posted on Instagram yet, but it seems that gossip has been a very heavy collective energy lately. So this could be just something that's like in your, I don't know, work environment, or it could be just people around you that it's not even their fault necessarily, because it's kind of like societal conditioning. People are conditioned to think that that is a way to bond with other people. So it could be affecting you in a negative way. So it's just something to be aware of. Let's get a couple astro cards for other general energies. Just trust in something higher than yourself. I feel like maybe you're taking on, it's like you're taking on the weight of other people around you, and it could be affecting your heart chakra in some way. So heart chakra meditations could be helpful for you if you're dealing with things like that are, you know, completely outside of your control. We have the 5th house, passion, which is beautiful. The 5th house is the house that is related to Leo, and it's like passion, dating, creativity, romance. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. 43 could be a significant number for you. Some of you guys could be life path 4, life path 3. We also have the 8th house here. The 8th house is a house corresponded to Scorpio. Then we have Leo at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys could certainly be in connection with a Leo. But with the 8th house and the 5th house card here, there could definitely be an energy of dating or something in regards to relationships. We also have the North Node and Uranus, which is interesting. That to me tells me that there's almost like a shift in your direction, or you have the opportunity to shift a direction that you're going right now. Some of you guys, the 25th could be a significant date. And life path 4 is a big one here. But just take what resonates as always. Let's get a card for your shadow, and then we'll get a spirit animal oracle. It's my dog howling. Hold on one second, guys. It's so funny. She's never done like a low howl like that before. I mean, she howls. She's a beagle, hound dog, but she's never done it like that. It's raining outside today. Block in the throat chakra. So there could be something that you're holding about speaking about. And then we do have societal programming at the top of the deck. So that could be tied into that gossip energy that we were talking about. I feel like there's a lot of, there's just a lot of shift in your energy. I was also getting something about you going through some sort of transformational period right now. And this could be also related to like how you view relationships, how you view intimacy with that 8th house card there, or how you view like really what truly lights you up and what you truly want out of life with that North Node card. The Buffalo. Beautiful. All right, Capricorn. The buffalo, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting, pure, and present. When out of balance, restless, and lacks gratitude. And to bring to balance, prayer and bhakti. Interesting. So this is very much Capricornian energy to me because it's very spiritual. And what's interesting about Capricorn energy, and I don't know who said this or where this information came from, so don't quote me on this, but it made a lot of sense to me. It resonated with me a lot. But a lot of people think of Capricorn as being so much work-oriented, right? But in reality, Capricorn has the potential to be the most spiritual of all the signs because Capricorn energy exhibits that, that disciplinary energy. So they can be the most dedicated to their spiritual practices. And even though they're grounded in the 3D, they have this bridge to divinity that other signs don't necessarily have. So I don't know, that's just a cool insight that always stuck with me about Capricornian energy. But this buffalo energy is really reminding me of that for some reason. It's like you have to be grounded in the physical in order to experience like the most out of your spiritual practices sometimes. But let's dive into this energy a little bit for you. I also feel like I think we already said this, but you're changing things up. And the reason I'm saying this is because I never shuffle vertically, right? And for some reason with your energy, when I was pre-shuffling and cleansing all the cards, I felt the need to shuffle the cards vertically. So it's like you're trying to do things a different way, or maybe this is a sign that you need to do things in a different way. I can't shuffle as fast like that. So like maybe it's not something that's necessarily as efficient for you, but maybe it's like more satisfying, or it's like taking the road, what's that saying? Taking the path less driven. I don't know if that's a saying, but there's something along those lines. But there is something here about trusting where you're at, staying calm, especially with that faith, humanity, and benevolence card. I feel like something is like meant to be aligned like this. 8 of Cups. Could be walking away from something. It's interesting. I always like to mention too, the 8 of Cups is the only card in the traditional tarot. Of course, this isn't the exact traditional tarot, but it's a depiction of the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. But the 8 of Cups is the only card that has an actual eclipse on it. And eclipses in astrology, of course, are very much related to, you know, fated events. And we have the North Node here, which is very much fated. So it's something about what you're going through right now. Even if it feels insignificant, it's very much like important on your path. The Knight of Wands and the 7 of Cups. It's almost like you're walking away from things that you realize aren't bringing you some sort of joy or passion or fulfillment. 5th house and the Knight of Wands here. It's like you're looking at things and realizing what is not truly in alignment for you. And this could even involve speaking about things that aren't in alignment with you. So I don't know what this is related to. For some of you, it could be work. For some of you, it could be like people in your life that you're walking away from because you realize maybe their energy is just like too low vibrational for you. It could be friends or family members or whatever, or maybe it's work. But there's also this element of maybe confusion and not necessarily knowing where you're going, which I feel like is what is supposed to be happening for you right now, if that makes sense. But there's something about aligning with what truly like sparks joy in you and brings you happiness and fulfillment, tapping into like some sort of maybe like stagnant creative gift inside of you, 5th house energy. And it could be tied to like spirituality or occult sciences or mysticism, whatever word you want to use, God energy, spirit energy. And just trusting in the changes that you're going through are for a destined purpose in some way, shape, or form. You're supposed to be on this path and you're taking the right steps, or you will be taking these steps in the near future. Yeah, some of you guys, this could be related to work with the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but you felt very stuck for a long time. And you felt like things maybe were out of balance, Temperance energy. I was also picking up on the pre-shuffle. Aries energy was coming through for some of you. So if that resonates with you, or you feel called to watch the Aries reading, definitely go watch that. And also Cancer energy was coming through, which is your counterpart sign. And I was getting something about leaning in. We all have a polarity in our placements. I mean, we all have all of the zodiac in our chart somewhere. It's not like we're missing certain signs. You just have more prominent energy in certain signs. But there was something about leaning into that Cancerian energy, which is your opposing sign. So I don't know if you have placements in Cancer or you're dealing with a Cancer, but there's something about leaning into that Cancerian energy. Judgment card. Yeah, there's something here about you feel like you're too late for something. And it's almost got you feeling kind of like depressed or ho-hum, or Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. This could also be some sort of project that you've been wanting to work on, or you maybe have not had the time to work on. And you feel like maybe it's too late to start this project or to pursue this path, whatever this path is. But I'm telling you, you're on the right path. Making the next steps to whatever this is, even though it seems like it's going to be like a very long road, I feel like once you get on this path or once you go down this road, things are going to speed up for you significantly. There's definitely something here. There's something here tied in with that heart chakra as well. And some of you, this could be work, and that heart chakra gossip energy was coworkers that were very low vibrational and stuck in that gossip energy. So it's going to take you some sort of inner strength or inner reserves, Leo energy. Again, you guys could be connected to a Leo to make a decision to move away from this, even if there's some sort of like sentimental value there. It doesn't have to be work. But I feel like the major message here is to trust where you're at and trust like what your intuition is telling you. There's that Queen of Pentacles again. There could be something tied in here about work, or this is a very like nurturing motherly type archetype. So it could be somebody's mother, or it could be you being a mother if you have children, or wanting to be a mother. But there's something about trusting in the path, even if it seems like somewhat unconventional or somewhat different, or if it seems like it's taking a little bit longer than other people, or if you feel like you don't have enough time to go down this path or something like that. Like those are just all negative limiting beliefs, and maybe you've been programmed a little bit. Maybe you need to do a little bit of deprogramming work, or shadow work isn't the only kind of work we have to do, but we're all influenced by society and like what people's expectations of people are in general. So maybe there's been some programming of like you have to make $1 million by the time you're 30 or something like that. Like, whatever it is, there's something here that maybe you could do some deconditioning work on. But all right, we're going to dive into love for you, Capricorn. My mind just went totally blank for some weird reason there. Some of you, again, this could be tied into something in regards to like dating or romance. With the 5th and the 8th house card, those are two very important houses when we're looking at, dating in astrology. There could be something about some sort of like unconventional partner as well. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. There could also be somebody interested in you in the near future. Also with that rejection card at the bottom of the deck of the chakra deck, there was something about like, don't take a rejection personally. If there's some sort of rejection, it really is, you know, there's that cliche saying of rejection is protection, but in this case, it really is. And it also is somewhat of a spiritual test for you. So just don't like let it get into your heart chakra. Just because somebody isn't able to see the value that you hold doesn't mean that you don't have it. So what do we have for love for my Cappies, my Capricorn placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Empress, Strength, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I feel like in the recent past, Capricorn, there was something here about you coming to some sort of realization that you have to cultivate or create something within yourself or on your own to some capacity in order to generate it in the 3D, 10 of Cups energy. This is emotional fulfillment at its finest. It's the happy family unit. But I feel like you're embodying this Empress energy here. Strength card, so that's Leo energy again. You guys could definitely be connected to a Leo either now or in the future. Or you were connected to a Leo in the past possibly because this is in the past energy. But it's like you knew this was going to be a long road to the 10 of Cups. But there's also an element of fate here. Yeah, emotional fulfillment on your own, 9 of Cups before you can get to the 10 of Cups. So you came to some sort of realization in the recent past that you have to go on this long journey of self-discovery and finding happiness within yourself in order to find that happiness elsewhere and to, you know, possibly get some sort of happy ending that you're longing for. This could involve travel. Maybe you realize that maybe you need to do some traveling, you know, pursuing things that you wanted to pursue that you won't be able to do if you're in a relationship in the future. If you guys are already in a relationship, this could be speaking about finding some sort of emotional fulfillment inside of yourself instead of putting all of your identity into the relationship. It's funny because I put the 9 of Cups down here instead of putting I took the 10 of Cups and I put it back in the deck on accident. And I put the 9 of Cups that I saw at the bottom of the deck and I put it down. So there's something significant there about the 10 of Cups being exchanged with the 9 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. It's also a wish fulfillment card, but it's emotional fulfillment on your own before you get it in a family unit at the 10 of Cups. What is the current energy for Capricorn in love? 8 of Wands. Yeah, there's something here. You could possibly be thinking of travel if you kind of thought of doing this, but you haven't acted on it. That could definitely be a sign from spirit. And then the Ace of Wands, which is definitely either a travel energy. It could also be indications of somebody that has like a lot of sexual chemistry with you. We don't have any other cards for that right now, so don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But the Star card, yeah, I feel like you're focused on your healing. Because I feel like, you know, in order to get that reciprocity from a partner in the future or something that you're wanting in love in general, you have to find it within yourself first. So this is a message for you if you've been thinking about doing things like traveling or, you know, tapping into some sort of creative talent or even some sort of like spiritual practice, tapping more into, you know, you can combine the two and doing something related to creativity and something you're really passionate about that involves your spirituality. This is a sign for you to, you know, do something about that, to act on it. And it's going to be very healing for you. And in turn will generate some sort of like a frequency of reciprocity, and the universe will have no choice but to give you that energy back to you in an external form. So when you're giving to yourself, yeah, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, building something together, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Page of Cups. What is the future energy for Capricorn? This is like, you know, it's law of attraction 101. What you give yourself, you will get back from the universe. Temperance card. Yeah, things coming back into balance. So I feel like things are going to come back into balance for you when you really generate this healing energy within yourself, tapping into what brings you true happiness. Also, I've been thinking about, like we were talking about in the general spiritual portion, if you've been thinking about making some sort of move or starting on some sort of path, maybe starting on a project, a creative project or a work project, business project, something like that, that really lights you up, this is definitely a sign to do that. It could involve travel. It could also involve communication in some way, shape, or form. But this is going to generate some sort of, not some sort of, but it's going to generate a frequency where the universe has to respond to it and give it back to you. It's reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, you're making progress from the 6 to the 7. And you're building something in the future. 10 of Wands. 4 of Cups. This is like realizing that everything you've gone through in the past, even if the burden has been heavy thus far, it's all been worth it because it's gotten you to this place of balance, and knowing that the pendulum swing will always swing back. You know, the 7 Hermetic principles, the principle of rhythm, is it? Yeah, I always get them confused. But the principle of rhythm is, you know, the swing of the pendulum. If you go one way and you've been, you know, single for a long time, it will go back and you will be in a committed relationship. Or if you've been unhappy and not loving yourself, eventually the pendulum will swing back. So this is about finding balance and understanding in the difficulties that you've had to experience thus far in love. You know, there's been a lot of burden, I feel like, and you've carried a lot of weight from past relationships or possibly a relationship that you're already in. For a lot of you, this is going to be a single energy I'm picking up for, but some of you could possibly be in relationships. If you are in relationships, this is about finding, you know, finding some spark of yourself while also in a committed relationship. I feel like maybe some of you guys that are in relationships have become too codependent in that relationship and you lost a sense of who you were. But for most of you, I feel like this is about being okay with the things you've experienced in past relationships and being able to finally put that burden down and things coming back into balance for you, and you coming into a place of peace and being able to accept and receive the gifts of love that the universe desperately wants to give you. Yeah, walking away from those burdens. 8 of Cups. Advice for Capricorn in love. 7 of Cups. Some of you guys might have choices in the near future as well. The World card and the Tower. Interesting. Also be careful. I'm getting this message that some of you, if you're faced with some sort of opportunity to reopen something from the past, this could add a little bit of confusion on your past, but I feel like this is a major test for you because it might come in very unexpectedly and you might be tempted to reopen doors that have already been closed. I would definitely steer away from that. That's not going to resonate for all of you. But also, I feel like some of the confusion you might be facing in your love life could be stemmed from not completely closing out a chapter. Like it's still lingering in your energy to some capacity. And once you clear this energy, once you find who you are and focus on your healing a little bit more, or doing things that light you up, going on, you know, traveling adventures or vacations, or starting that project you've been meaning to start, or just tapping into your creativity or your spirituality a little bit more, this is going to open up a lot of doors for you that are very unexpected and ultimately bring you some sense of like fulfillment and balance that you've been, you know, either consciously or subconsciously yearning for. So yeah, just be careful of somebody coming back around from the past, or an opportunity presents itself that maybe is very familiar to you on an energetic level from a past situation, because this could open up some like cycle of karma, even if it's like a different person in the 3D, it could reopen a past karmic cycle, even if it's a different physical body, you know, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. Yeah, and I feel like that would just cause a lot more suffering and regrets on your part, because you're not taking action towards what you truly know in your heart to be the path you're meant to be on right now. So let's close out with a oracle card for you, Capricorn. If you guys want to book personal readings with me, you can email me or shoot me a DM on TikTok or Instagram. And then I do have a newsletter if you guys want to sign up for that at the top of my link tree. Oops, too many, Spirit. Capricorn. Harmony and resolution. So I feel like if you're faced with any difficulties right now, or you just feel kind of lost, again, that harmony energy, balance energy, temperance energy is very significant for you in the near future. That is Sagittarius energy. there is going to be some sort of resolution for you, and expect miracles. Like I said, very unexpected new beginnings happening for you, and it's a beautiful energy. So that is all I have for you, Capricorn, and I will see you next time. I love you.